This is Financial Straight Talk with Jim Fox.
And we thank you so much for joining us again here on Financial Straight Talk. Hope your 2026 is off to a great start. Alongside Jim Fox, he's the founder, president, investment advisor, representative, and of course, he's the star of the show with Wadadley Financial Group. My name's Kevin McAlpin. Hope you are having a fantastic weekend, and hope those warmer temperatures are on the way. Jim, I don't know about you, but man, it gets to past the holidays, and I know it's still January, and I know we're still going to deal with some cold here and there, but man, I don't know about you, between the cold, between the sicknesses that are going around. I told Melissa, I'm over winter and it's hardly just started.
Yeah. So luckily that's not a story we do. I mean, I was so happy that we left New York City on Saturday night, and on Sunday we were out washing the cars in shorts and barefoot. Yeah. I mean, that's beautiful to me. Mm-hmm. But occasionally those cold weather, when they do come in, we complain about it for those 2 or 3 days. But man, I believe it or not, I am a spring to summer guy. I don't like what we call late summer. I hate it when it's, August, September. That's when it gets horrible, right? Mm-hmm. But I love my March to July. Those are the sweet spots for us here.
Yeah. Well, I think I told you my in-laws moved just up the road from you. They're up in Daytona Beach Shores, and that was my father-in-law too. He goes, you know what? I'm tired of seasons. I don't want seasons anymore. I just want nice. And more times than not, that's exactly what you're getting in this part of the country. He goes, I'm over cold. I'm over hoodies. He's like, I'll put a hoodie on to walk on the beach, but that's about as far as I want to go when it comes to long sleeve clothing.
Amen, man. Preach. Love it.
Well, listen, Jim, we mentioned it is the new year. It is 2026. And for those folks listening, maybe they're looking for a possible New Year's tax gift when it comes to their favorite uncle. That's Uncle Sam. Well, if you are in that camp, well, look no further than the One Big Beautiful Bill that was passed last year. Now, it set aside a $6,000 deduction for seniors starting in tax year 2025. And Jim, I want to play this for you. This is tax guru Ed Slott discussing that recently on Morningstar.
It's a senior deduction. It's called in the law deduction for seniors. You get it if you're 65. That's all you have to be. It's 65, and you qualify for a $6,000 deduction, and it has some income limits. They're kind of low thresholds, but a lot of seniors will qualify for the $6,000 deduction, and it's a below-the-line deduction. It doesn't change your adjusted gross income. It doesn't change the amount of Social Security that will be taxable.
And so, Jim, obviously good news for our listeners through the 2028 tax year, but it also kind of reminds us that retirement taxes aren't just for April 15th every year. It's about managing that income year by year so the government doesn't get more money that it's entitled to. So let's talk about the big difference, Jim, between tax filing and tax planning, especially once we get into retirement.
So it's so funny because we'll sit down in this office and we talk about it all the time. Okay, obviously we do investments, right? So we do the mutual funds and the ETFs and the CDs and all the nonsense kind of stuff that you would think that we do. Yeah, if you want to buy, NVIDIA, we can do that, right? And if you need an annuity or if you need some life insurance, we do all the financial nerdy stuff. Believe it or not, that's not what I do for a living, though. That's the crazy part. Those are the products that we utilize to accomplish goals. But what we really do, man, is we really focus on risk, taxation, and longevity. That's what we focus on. And taxes, it's funny. I bet you if I asked 100 people that come into my office, from workshops or from radio, right? Mm-hmm. Why are they in my office? I would be shocked if 95% of those did not say it's all about taxation. And the reason for that is it's a huge issue for most retirees, right? It's a huge issue. That's what they want to talk about. It's not about how much money I have. It's how much money I get after I pay the tax guy, right? Mm-hmm. And the number two reason why we get people coming through the door and why we pick up clients the way that we do is because the industry, in my opinion, has failed miserably in helping people that are retirees get this information they need to make decisions, right? When I worked for the largest, at one time, it was the largest company, the first $1 trillion company, we weren't even allowed to talk about taxation, Kevin. Like, yeah, we can say, okay, so 10% or 20%. Like, what is that?
Right.
That's not talking about taxation. That's like math class for doofuses, right? For me, it's about understanding that, Kevin, if you and Melissa take this much money out of your IRA this calendar year, you're going to pay $8,000. But Kevin, if you take $4,000 from your IRA this year and you take $4,000 from your non-qualified investment because they're taxed differently, your taxes are $1,500. Kevin, which one do you want to pay? Do you see where I'm coming from? Like, why do I work in? Oh my God, Kevin, I can feel I'm getting ramped up, man. We're in trouble.
Boy, here we go.
Why do I work in an industry where the simple, easy thing that people need to know to make good decisions is rarely discussed?
Right.
Taxation matters. We sit down with people, and I got these giant TVs, man. Where were these TVs when I was young and poor, man? These giant TVs that, we put our map software up there, and we literally show colors. They're like little graphs, right? They're not even graphs. They're like, I can't even talk, Kevin. They're like boxes, right? And they're red and they should be green, but they're stupid and they never make them the way I want. They're red and they're gray. And I can say, Kevin, do you see that little space right there? That's how much tax efficiency we have left. But if we go over that, look how much your taxes go up. And for the first time in most people's lives, they go, I get it. Mm-hmm. I get it. Now, when you first come in and see me, because listen, I'm going to tell you to pick up the phone and call me because you want to come see me, because this is what we talk about, taxation, and very few people talk. Yeah, well, everyone says, we take a holistic approach to taxation. That means they're going to do the dumb math thing I just talked about. Right. What we do is a little different. It's interactive. We want you to understand, and I show it to you. And the first time you see it, Kevin, you go, wow, man, this is like reading Chinese. I don't understand this. The second time I show you, it's kind of like high school Spanish. I'm starting to understand the holas, right? I'm getting it. By the third time you see it, you can read it as quickly as I do because you understand the concepts and you understand taxation. There is a reason why, Kevin, boy, I'm getting jacked up. I can feel it right now. Yeah, every single October and November, we meet with our clients in office because we want to make sure that we're taking full advantage of the tax year that we're still in, and we're doing our tax planning for next tax year, right? Mm-hmm. That is such a huge deal for us. Why does my industry, the industry that has robbed my childhood, okay, that's what I tell people because I started when I was 25. Why does my industry not want to sit down and simplify and make these topics that are so important available to people to where they can understand it? And thank you, industry, for not doing it, because you help some redneck from Rockledge build a business that he loves, and he gets to help you because we focus on the things that matter. That's how much income you're going to generate, how it's going to be taxed, how do we reduce risk but maintain hopefully the same rate of return, how do we maintain good longevity so we don't have to worry about running out of money, and last but not least, when we die, how does that money go to my kids in the most effective manner? I have built a business, Kevin, off of those 5 key points. Mm-hmm. Did you notice not one of those said, I'm going to show you how much rate of return you're going to get on XTP23, right? We don't do that.
Right.
What we do, you're like, oh my God, he's back.
He is so back.
I just want you guys to understand, man, this is a new year. This is 2026. The problem is I turned 53 in December. But when I do the math, I look, and Kevin, I forget if I don't think that it's December, I'm now 54. Why? Because 1972, 2026, Jim's 54. I'm 53, but I'm going to be 60 before I know it. Then I'm going to be 65. See, here's the problem. My industry has been selling. It's no different than, hey, Kevin, can you give me your phone number so we can register you for this warranty for your tobacco stripper that you just bought from home? It's all this nonsense. I get why you don't want to call. Mm-hmm. I get why complacency works. I get that you don't like change. But what happens if that change is great for you? See, this is the opportunity we're talking about, is the opportunity to come in and have someone look at your stuff and not focus on how to give you some nonsense. Oh, you do this, you're going to make more. Listen, my job is not to make you more money. My job is to help you maintain the lifestyle you want, do it with the least amount of risk, have a great time, and then if we can do all of those things, let's make some money. The problem with just making money is sometimes you don't, and you can't do the other things you need to do. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we do. That's what we do at Wadali Financial Group. That's why we created Financial Straight Talk. I dare you, if there's somebody else on air here or anywhere else that you hear talking like me, then tell me about them. I want to hear about them, because most of these knuckleheads are just trying to sell products to people. And you see it. The Ronco, if you call now, shipping and handling will be waived. We don't do that stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the only thing I'm going to tell you. If you come through this door, you're going to get somebody who's going to give an analytical, logical, mathematical assessment of where you're at. We're going to talk about what matters to you and does it make sense. We're going to tell you if you're on track or not. And if we have the opportunity to work together and it makes sense for us, we're going to talk about doing that. And if not, the only thing I ask of you is when you walk out the door is to tell somebody about us. That's all I ask. That's why we do so well on radio, because we're not the people trying to convince you to come here and give us $1 million. And if you have a net worth of at least $500,000 of liquid assets, pick up the phone and give us a call. This is the nonsense that my industry does. Ladies and gentlemen, Space Coast, we love living here. I've been here my entire life, and I promise you, I am going to die on this soil. This is where I love being at, and I want to help this community. I love where I live. But I want you to understand something. We're not going to get anywhere if you don't pick up the phone. I don't care where you're at in retirement. If you've been retired for 10 years or if you're retiring in 3, I don't care. I don't care if you have $300,000 or $30 million. I could care less. I want to help you make better decisions. All you have to do is pick up that phone. Give us a call. My team is standing by. I love what I do. I love helping this community, and I love building those relationships with my clients. But I can't do anything to you by talking to you through your radio or through your cell phone right now. But what I can do, if you'll pick up the phone and call us, I can meet you face to face. We can take a look at what's going on, and we can help you make better decisions without that pesky sales pitch that happens so often. Pick up the phone. Give us a call. 321-414-7526. Again, 321-414-PLAN.
All right, I know we get a lot of different terminology on this show. Do those voices have names, by the way, or are those just
I don't know, man. I've got some kind of mental disorder, okay? I mean, I operate. I'm up at 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock every day. Right. I wake up in this mode. Mm-hmm. It's like what has happened to me, Kevin? The older I get, it's like I'm reverse aging, but my body is speeding up in aging. Crazy stuff. But yeah, Lord, I apologize for all my horrible voices, but at least Kevin gets to smile at me through the whole thing. I
get to smile and laugh, and well, maybe we'll come up with some names for those voices as we go throughout the year. I mean, I love when they find a way to find, make an appearance on the show. And I certainly, I got you riled up today. And folks,
it's funny. No other, you work with other financial advisors, so I'm not your only guy that you work with, but you will admit that I'm the only one like me. Is that a fair statement?
You are definitely the only Jim Fox that I work with. There's no doubt about it. But hey, if there's any doubt about the passion for what you do every single day for folks right here on the Space Coast, I think it comes through pretty easily when you listen to this show week in and week out. It's why we call it Financial Straight Talk. And folks, if you'd like to get on Jim Fox's calendar, you'd like to learn more, you want to start having some of these conversations maybe you've never had before when it comes to planning for your retirement. Again, the number is 321-414-7526. 321-414-PLAN. The website, once again, folks, is getfst.com. It's exactly what you get week in and week out. It's Financial Straight Talk. getfst.com. Well, Jim, we have certainly had a lot of fun on the show here today. And of course, before we do run out of time, my friend, the floor is once again all yours for the final word.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Well, guys, every week, Kevin and I say the same thing. We know that you have tons of options when it comes to getting financial information, and we're honored to just be one of those resources. So if there's anything we can do for you, pick up that phone, give us a call. We're standing by to help you out. But with all that being said, on behalf of myself and Mr. Kevin Mack, I want to thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time on the Financial Straight Talk.
Thanks for listening to Financial Straight Talk with Jim Fox. To learn more, visit getfst.com.
Insurance products are offered through the insurance business Wadadley Financial Group. Wadadley Financial Group is also an investment advisory practice that offers products and services through Impact Partnership Wealth LLC IPW, a registered investment advisor. IPW does not offer insurance products. The insurance products offered by Wadadley Financial Group are not subject to investment advisor requirements. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This show is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual's situation. Wadadley Financial Group is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this show shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any government agency. The information and opinions contained herein provided by third parties have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by Wadadley Financial Group.